Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule. So he said, any form, anything has form or mental quality is nuts, is nothing. You cannot rely on them. They're not reliable for you to have a perfect concentration. If you cannot concentrate well, then you cannot enter samadhi. That's what he meant.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English, with subtitles in Arabic, Olaxese, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. Saludos alegres, preciosos espectadores. Mi nombre es Mariana de Buenos Aires, en la colorida Argentina, y les enviamos abrazos amorosos de parte de toda nuestra gente. Argentina, la cuna del popular tango, se encuentra en el sur de Sudamérica. Su nombre se deriva de la palabra latina argentum, que significa plata. Esto se debe a los indígenas que dieron regalos de plata a los sobrevivientes de una expedición naufragada dirigida por Juan Díaz de Solís. Por lo tanto, también se la conoce como la Tierra de Plata. Es un país lleno de magia y leyendas, una tierra sagrada que es un crisol de culturas de muchas razas, fomentando una coexistencia pacífica y la comprensión mutua de las diferencias culturales. Argentina está bendecida con una hermosa gran variedad de paisajes naturales, flora y fauna. La sorprendente variedad de animales cohabitantes, flores, árboles frutales y vegetales son verdaderos regalos del cielo que han hecho de este país un hogar especial para sus habitantes. Es un placer compartir un vistazo de la tranquila Argentina con ustedes, maravillosos espectadores. Oramos para que sus días se eleven con la música interior del cielo. Durante más de 3 décadas, la maestra Suprema Ching Hai ha iluminado nuestro mundo con sus enseñanzas divinas. Una maestra totalmente iluminada, ella imparte el método Kuan Yin de meditación a aquellos que desean descubrir inmediatamente la naturaleza de Dios interna y alcanzar en una vida la liberación eterna del ciclo de la transmigración. El método Kuan Yin ha sido practicado por todos los maestros iluminados, entre ellos el venerado, honrado por el mundo Buda Shakyamuni, el venerado Jesucristo, Hijo de Dios, el venerado maestro y filósofo Confucio, el venerado Señor Krishna, el venerado maestro y filósofo Lao Tse, el venerado Señor Mahavira, el amado profeta Mahoma, que la paz sea con él, el primer Gurú Sikh Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji y muchos más. Ella enfatiza que si siempre recordamos a Dios, ofrecemos servicio desinteresado a otros y seguimos las leyes del universo, alcanzaremos nuestro potencial más elevado como humanos y comprenderemos verdaderamente nuestro propósito en la Tierra. La Maestra Suprema Ching Hai es un extraordinario ejemplo viviente de compasión, enviando frecuentemente asistencia material y financiera, además de amor, a los refugiados, a los desamparados, a las víctimas de desastres naturales y a otros que necesitan ayuda. La Maestra Suprema Ching Hai está profundamente agradecida con el amado Dios por toda la ayuda financiera, consuelo y apoyo para los afligidos y necesitados, y o cualquier buena causa a través de los años, como una humilde receptora para su compasión y amor hacia sus preciados hijos. La Maestra Suprema Ching Hai respetuosamente agradece a todos los individuos especiales, organizaciones, líderes y gobiernos por todo su apoyo genuino, amoroso y regular. Que el cielo los bendiga por siempre. Nosotros, los miembros de la Asociación Internacional Maestra Suprema Ching Hai, también agradecemos sinceramente por su expresiva bondad, deseándoles lo mejor. La Maestra Suprema Ching Hai recibe el amor y el reconocimiento de numerosas organizaciones, medios de comunicación, gobiernos y personas individuales, así como muchos galardones de su parte, como por ejemplo, el Premio Gusi de la Paz 2006, considerado el Premio Nobel de la Paz de Oriente, el Premio al Liderazgo Mundial Espiritual en 1994, el Premio Mahavir en el 2008, la proclamación de los días 22 de febrero y 25 de octubre como Día de Maestra Suprema Ching Hai, nombrada ciudadana honoraria de los Estados Unidos, etc. Y ha sido honrada a través de los años con otros numerosos premios y galardones por sus excepcionales obras filantrópicas y humanitarias. Nos disculpamos por no poder mostrar otros muchos premios y honores por falta de espacio y tiempo. La maestra Suprema Ching respetuosamente agradece a todos los individuos especiales, organizaciones, líderes y gobiernos por todo su apoyo genuino, amoroso y regular. Que el cielo los bendiga por siempre. Nosotros, los miembros de la Asociación Internacional Maestra Suprema Ching también agradecemos sinceramente por su expresiva bondad, deseándoles lo mejor. Como verdadera voz para nuestros preciosos amigos animales, la Maestra Suprema Ching promueve la pacífica y amorosa dieta a base de productos vegetales y prevé, con el despertar de la humanidad hacia lo sagrado de todas las vidas, un tranquilo y glorioso mundo completamente vegano, donde los animales y las personas vivan en dichosa armonía. Sus iniciativas para difundir la tendencia vegana son diversas, y entre ellas se incluyen la distribución del volante Vida Alternativa, los restaurantes veganos internacionales La Benjal, empresas de productos de alimentación veganos, productos de piel vegana, Supreme Master Television, además de hablar regularmente con influyentes líderes de gobierno y medios de comunicación y participar en conferencias televisadas sobre el cambio climático, etc. Tanto si somos conscientes de ello como si no, sus esfuerzos han tenido una enorme influencia sobre la conciencia mundial del estilo de vida respetuoso con los animales y de cómo esta manera benevolente puede traer paz duradera entre las naciones, a la vez que salvamos nuestro planeta del cambio climático y de los desastres. A lo largo de los años, la Maestra Suprema Ching ha viajado por todo el mundo, desde las Américas hasta África, desde Europa hasta Oceanía, y ha ofrecido cientos de discursos al público y a sus discípulos sobre muchos temas espirituales. Hoy tenemos la bendición de presentar una de estas inspiradoras conferencias titulada El Sutra Surangama, 25 medios para la iluminación, sesión 6, parte 3 de 7, en Entre Maestra y Discípulos, impartida en inglés el 8 de abril del 2019 en Sihu, Taiwán, también llamada Formosa.
First, you resolve and enter in samadhi. Come slow or fast, as there are different norms. First of all, you must determine, okay, to follow the way, and then you must do all you can to enter samadhi. And then you can either slow or fast, depends on your own resolve, and also depends on different kind of method and yourself also. Form and thought combined become the dust. Their essence is not discernible. How can one use what lacks clarity and expect to gain perfect penetration? We came from dust, from nothing, so it's a form and thought, even combined, is a dust anyway. So their essence is not discernible. You cannot even find the essence of your own form, the real form and the real thought. Where from? Where they are? What are they? You cannot see it. You cannot touch. You cannot grasp it. Yeah, you cannot explain it. You cannot analyze it. So how can, what he means is anything you rely on form or mental power, thought, there's nothing there for you to rely on. So he say, how can one use those which lack clarity and expect to gain perfect penetration? Because many of the bodhisattva beforehand, they say they use the touch or the water or whatever. So he say any form, anything has form or mental quality is dust, is nothing. You cannot rely on them. They're not reliable for you. to have a perfect concentration. If you cannot concentrate well, then you cannot enter samadhi. That's what he meant. My calendar says so. He explained all that. He explained from the beginning of our worldly existence already how we came to materialize. It came only from emptiness, from nothing. And the thought also came from nothing. And the body, the form also came from emptiness. Therefore, he said like that first before he analyzed which method is okay, which is not. So he said, now, he beginning to analyze the surrounding sound, not the inner sound, not the inner vibration, but the sounds around us. The talking, because one of the bodhisattvas said he heard the Buddha say things, and because of the voice, he contemplated on that, he became enlightened. So he say now, in sound, language is intermingled. But the meaning in a word, a name, a phrase is such that no single one can include them all. How can this bring perfect penetration? He say that even if you heard a word or even any sound, it cannot include the whole sound in the universe, as well as the whole sound of the world. So one sound only cannot represent all. So you cannot use that to penetrate deeply into the nature of all-inclusive brightness. That's what he meant, enlightenment. Okay. And then now he say another one. That's the sound, the voice that he attacked already. No, he said no already. He asked a question, but he mean no. You see, how can this bring perfect penetration? He asked so that the assembly know that it's a no-no. Because if they answer, of course not, then they know this is a no. He is very polite. He didn't say, this is not good, not like your very straight master. No, that's no, get lost. He's very polite. He said, how can this? As if he don't know, you know. He give all the fact, and then he said, how can this be? Of course, the assembly will have to agree. No, that's not. Well, he didn't say anything. He didn't criticize nothing. All right, next one. Awareness of smells comes through contact with them. Apart from them, one does not know that they exist. Since sensation of them is not constant, how can one reach perfect penetration? Oh, it's really a poem. See that? Since sensation of them is not constant, how can one reach perfect penetration? All right. Suppose we are born into some place in a bubble and live in a bubble for some reason and never smell perfume. So how can we even know perfume exists? How can we even smell that fragrance? That's what he meant. So rely on smell is a what? No. Yeah. But he didn't say no. He said, how can? If you don't ever know the smell, you don't even know them exist. So he meant no. Right. Next one. He always asks questions. He didn't say no. He didn't say no good. I would say, no good, don't. But he say, next one, for the flavor, the one who practiced flavors. And now he say, flavors are not to us fundamental. They only exist when there is something to taste. Since this sensation is not perpetual, how can one derive perfect penetration? Ask question again. He means the tasting of things, the flavors are not born from us. It's not our nature. So if we want to go back to our nature, it's logical. We cannot rely on something that is not our nature. He's a very logical guy. No wonder he's number one wisdom monk in the assembly. That's what I guess. My calendar guess like that. Otherwise, it's very clear already, no? Just in case you pretend you did not understand, I just pulled a calendar out for you. Now, next one. Touch becomes clear only when something is touched. Without an object, there can be no contact. With fluctuation between contact and separation, how can one gain perfect penetration? He asks again. It's true, right? It's true. So somebody practiced to gain enlightenment through touch. Maybe for him, okay. Because probably his affinity like that. Or maybe the Buddha blessing, so that even through the touch, he can be enlightenment. These are old time and people are more pure. Anything can get enlightenment for them. But he said, when there's nothing for you to touch, then how can you rely on to meditate on or to concentrate on, contemplate on? Logic, no? So this is a method to rely on touch is a... No. Wow. You know everything. What for I sit here? Just to look at you, huh? Your beautiful karma face. No. Now, mental constructs known as internal dust, reckoned as dust, they are certainly sense objects. Involvement of subject and object cannot be pervasive. How then can they lead to perfect penetration? Similar. You understand already or not? Or do I have to pour out the calendar? No. You got? Good. So this method, you and whatever object you touch, this is not everything. It's not just you and the one thing. It's not pervasive. It's not your true nature, because your nature is all pervasive. That's what he meant. So this one not pervasive enough. How can you go back to your nature if you touch something that is so non-pervasive? So is this method is a... Now is the next one. Seeing, okay? Seeing means seeing a thing around here. Although seeing itself is clear and penetrating, making bright what is before one, it cannot shine behind, ever reaching only half the four direction, only in front. How can it manifest perfect penetration? So you understand already? Some people just concentrate on one object in front, like a crystal, looking at crystal. How can it be all inclusive? So this is a method of seeing things, to concentrate in one thing in front of you is a... Wow, very enlightened indeed. Okay, now, on the breath. The nose breath penetrates in and out, but in the rest between there is no air. When you don't breathe in, or between the in and out, there's no air. So these interruptions render it inconsistent. Oh, this guy is very articulate. How can one use it for perfect penetration? So is this a yes or a no? No. Really know that it's no, or you just say because everybody... We were at the breath, right? Okay, so now it's the tongue. The tongue is not an organ apart from cause. I mean, it's just from cause and effect. Just created out of the condition at that time, after the Big Bang, after the explosion of light, of the energy, of brilliant energy, of powerful energy that sparkle into light. Light is also energy in different form. So he said the tongue is not an organ apart from cause. Flavors form the source of its sensation. When flavors cease, it knows nothing at all. How can it attain perfect penetration? So, if the tongue don't taste any flavor, then there's nothing there for you to contemplate on. So using the tongue, which rely on the flavors to know enlightenment, like the medicine man, is it yes or no? Actually, this is the time for these medicine kings to be enlightened. Their time is ripened. It's not because of their tongue or because of the flavors of the medicine. It's the Buddha right there. They were touching and administrating some ointment or something to him. And at that time, the Buddha just relaxed and then blessed them. Nobody else is sharing the blessing, only two of them. With the Buddha alone. And the Buddha was grateful and comfortable. Don't think the Buddha is not grateful, okay? The Buddha is grateful. All the Buddha, Bodhisattva, they are grateful when they should be grateful. Yeah? So he feels comfortable, then of course he feels thankful to his two disciples. So the blessing comes out. Not that the Buddha direct the blessing, it's just automatically. The rapport between them. Plus, these two medicine men has practiced eons of cow baths, as many as the sands in the Ganges rivers. God, I thought you don't know that much, but I am wrong. I'm very pleased with your catching up and memory. Now, next one. It is the same for the body as for objects of touch. Neither can be regarded as a perfect awareness with defined and limited invisible divisions. How can it be used for perfect penetration? Somebody is contemplating on the sensation of the body or something before it got to do with the body. So he say, the body and something that is interact with it is not be regarded as a perfect awareness because it's only limited. Only the body and something touching it, yeah, or feeling, making it feeling, yeah. Like you feel hot or you feel cold with your body, only this limited self and physical sensation. So he say, how can it be perfect penetration to go anywhere, yeah, to go up? So using the body for meditation is a yes or? All right. Now, he talked about the mind's knowledge, mean the knowledge of our worldly learning, yeah? Okay. The mind knowledge is a mass of deliberations. What it perceives is never profound insight, unable to get beyond reflection and thought. How can it reveal perfect penetration? Deliberation. It's just like whatever you know by the mind, is it just some time of a mental gymnast, arguing back and forth, analyzing, just thinking only. It's a mass of deliberation. You know, whatever you want to take in, you take in, and sometimes people push it in for you, a brainwashing. It never can perceive anything that is inside. The inside knowledge is different from the outside knowledge. So he said it can never penetrate the profound insight with T, insight. So the thing the mind collect and call it knowledge is the thing from outside with D. So completely different. He say that's this perceiving from the mind, it can never get beyond reflection and thought even. The original thought that makes the universe, that makes the world. How can it reveal perfect penetration? So this knowledge, mind knowledge, or the mass of deliberation can be used as a method of enlightenment? Yes or no? No. Okay, fine. Next one. The seeing consciousness combines three aspects. Prop is origin, it has no appearance. Since its very substance is variable, how can it bring perfect penetration? If something is too many, is too complicated, vary, then you cannot concentrate well. You cannot bring your mind into one-pointedness and single-mindedness, right? So he say, the seeing conscious is too complicated, too many things, seeing too many things. You cannot concentrate well on that, on the seeing alone. Yeah. So this method of seeing, using seeing to be enlightened, is a yes or no? No. Okay, good. Now, the heart of hearing penetrates the 10 directions. The heart of hearing, meaning the source of hearing, the main point, the main source of hearing, penetrates the 10 directions. When born, bearing, born on the strength of great causes, those of initial resolve cannot enter this way. How can one expect to gain perfect penetration? Or the heart of hearing, he means the physical hearing. If this method of hearing have to be carried by the strength of some good causes, then many of the normal people, novice, would not be able to enter. Not just hearing, but something special has to happen. The great causes, maybe some blessing from some Buddha. Therefore, normally, the normal people, the lay people, the beginners can never enter, can never use this. You just sit and hear everything all day without any teacher, without any blessing from any saint, and then you get nowhere. So he said that this method is the... Thank you. Wow. We still have a lot. A lot of no. I'm telling you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pages. We're not even halfway.
Adorables espectadores, gracias por acompañarnos en el programa de hoy titulado el Sutra Surangama, 25 medios para la iluminación, sesión 6, parte 3 de 7 en Entre Maestra y Discípulos. A continuación viene Canción de realización de Tsongkhapa, parte 1 de 2 en Palabras de Sabiduría, después de Noticias de Interés. Sigan con nosotros en Supreme Master Television para más programación positiva. Que Dios los bendiga, los guíe y los proteja, manteniéndolos seguros, saludables y felices. Adorable viewers, thank you for joining us on today's program entitled The Surangama Sutra, 25 Means to Enlightenment, Session 6, Part 3 of 7 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Song of Realization by Tsongkhapa, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May God bless, guide and protect you, keeping you safe, healthy and happy.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.